Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. Today, a golden... As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Stanford Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Fresno State's offense takes the field. And this guy... This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. An early test for this defense on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Off play action. Lost one deep down the right side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Fresno State. And they jump on top. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. He'll call for the fair catch here. So Stanford's offense has the ball for the first time. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
He looks that one in nicely. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Stanford quickly to the line. They go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. The give from the gun. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep him honest, pound that rock.
And he was hit just as he released it.
love when defensive linemen play with this type of awareness. You knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, so he slows the rush down, IDs and finds out where the QB is, and then gets his big old paws up in the air to bat it away.
Looking for a man. It's Gage. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Going to the ground. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll try to get it through the air. Finds his man. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. He's going to pass. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
It's really tough as a quarterback to throw down here in the red zone because the windows, they constrict so quickly. Quarterback lucky that ball wasn't picked. He tried to force that one into double coverage.
Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top. It's complete. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the smashes it through for the PAT. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they... because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So,
and they knocked him down almost immediately.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Stanford wants to push the pace. From the gun. Give on the inside. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to out...
And he motors over the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so down here in this red zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll return it. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Oh, it's a reverse. On the move is the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll give it to the back. Shoots his way for more. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Unloads to the wideout. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is.
Receiver, downfield, offense.
The officials are... coach accepts it, they will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Red pass, it's complete. Stopped after making the catch.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Fresno State will have to punt it away. Pulls it in at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can play.
To the air, it's Gage. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Tackle is made after the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for them.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Quarterback making. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
This feels like four-down territory, third and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, you just can't find any answers.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Stanford going back to work with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
To the air. It's Gage. It's complete on the right side. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there. Just a few.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He caught it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Direct snap. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They think there's room to run to the right here. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Palo Alto. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
And the Bulldogs will boot it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air, it's Gage. Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Cardinal. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That line
Are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
from the gun, the running back looking for room. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. Up on that play.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Looking left. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Steps away to find some room. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. The quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
Off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going for 6. And that pass intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they've baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with it.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Gage. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this.
Got a lot of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
Ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field of their own, so you got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Finds his tight end. At the 45 on his way. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. From the shotgun, the inside give. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
42 Spider.
Got his man quickly. Stop just inside the 30 and the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Leaves it with the back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. And you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Gage. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Dances away to buy time. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Garner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Going up top on first down. Pressure coming. Still on his feet. Keeps the legs moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
This time it's complete. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. They keep attacking through the air. He'll get rid of it. Got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. Give to the running back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From the 22 on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. He'll try the left side. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Okay, ready?
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Looking downfield, it's Gage. He's got it down the middle. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with the...
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
On second down, wants to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Fresno State right back to the line. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Now on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's going to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of the season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.